What's going on, fam? It's your man VKJ, and happy holidays to everybody out there. Yes, we are here for another live event. That's right. The show must go on. It don't stop. Don't stop. We don't stop. The blessings don't stop, so we don't stop, right? You already know how we get down, family. Happy holidays to all of you who are watching today. I hope you're having a great holiday. Hope you're enjoying your day off. Hello, hello. I see already we got Monica M in the building. What's going on, Monica M? Good to see you. What on my man Demarcus Vaughn in the building? What's good? What's good? My man look like he up in here early. All right, I like that. Definitely do me a favor, fam. Go ahead, hit that like button, fam, and definitely share this out. Let everybody know we are on. We are on. Happy holidays to everybody out there. Yeah, we just making adjustments here. And I'm excited, and I hope you're excited as well, because we're not just covering one show. We're covering two shows at the same time. Okay? Like, I know it's unheard of. But it's two of your favorite shows. If you like The Chi, you're here for The Chi. If you like Power Book 4 Force, you're here for that too. All right, fam? So we're going to get right to it. Before we get right to it, you already know we got some special guests in the house. But before I get to that, remember, I appreciate all of y'all for definitely showing love, especially on the holiday. And we're going to get right to it, fam. Y'all ready? All right, if y'all ready, let's get right to it. Family, I want to bring up, of course, one of the most consistent, loving, kind ladies that you could ever meet and work with, fam. Like, we've been working with each other for the past, several months. And she's been rocking with me. I've been rocking with her. We definitely support each other. So I want to give her props and definitely bring her on. Shout out to who? That's right, none other than Tika Deshawn. All things Ruthless. What's happening? How are you?
What's good, VKJ? You trying to make me cry or something? What's good, everybody? Happy holidays. Happy holidays. We're here for a forceful moment, a shy moment. You know what I mean? We're going to have a good time today.
Absolutely. We always have a good time, right? We always going to have a good time. We always have a good time. And yeah, family, I see you in the chat. Thank you for coming through. I mean, did you get your favorite plate today? How's your holiday going? What's good? What's good, DeMarcus? How's your holiday going? What's going on, Savannah? I see Savannah's in the house. All right. Hope you're enjoying your holiday. Yeah, we're gonna stay consistent as possible. And thank you for the super chat. You dropping dollars over there. I see.
Shoot.
Okay. I must
Making it rain already. Okay.
making it rain. Maybe I think I'm wearing my favorite shirt. I don't know.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? One of my nice shirts, I guess. Yeah, fam. So we're gonna get right into it, fam. But before we do, we gotta do right. It's not current events day, but we definitely gonna do the VKJ's quote of the day. All right, the quote of the day. All right, so I'm gonna pull it up. Let me pull it up real quick. Tika, how's your weekend going?
Listen, my weekend is actually going better than last week, and I won't complain.
Okay.
Your girl ate ribs, had no business eating ribs, but I ate them anyway. It is what it is. I'll detox later. It was well worth
That's
it.
it. That's it. Okay. That's what's up. All right. So let's get into this VKJ's quote of the day. And family, drop your thoughts below with this quote of the day. I'm going to read this quote to you, fam. And I want to get your thoughts. Drop your thoughts below. All right. So here it is. You ready? Here we go. It says, "The past is over. Today is a new day. You are not the same person you were before. Believe that today will be better than yesterday. It's about looking up with hope and looking forward. Look for new opportunities that the Almighty has planned for you. Have faith. Have a faith filled week." All right, fam. So drop your comments below. What does that mean to you? How does that quote impact you? Was it meaningful for you? Tika, what are your thoughts on this quote of the day?
Listen, the past is the past. In other words, we're not focusing on what happened yesterday, what happened last week, what happened last month. We're focusing on what is going to happen the next day and the next day. We're going to move and continue to flourish and grow as people for who we are, not worried about what everybody else think of us. We're just going to move forward. So forget about the past. Focus on the next day. Focus on the future.
That's
I
it.
love it.
That's it.
Love it.
Love it. Love it. All right. I'm glad you love it. Glad you appreciate it. Hey, what's going on? Candy Love is in the building. Hey, hey, hey. Good
What
to
up,
see you.
Candy girl?
All right. And hey, all right. Francisco Anderson. All right. Okay. Somebody said they didn't get your email. Okay. I don't know who that is, but
I'll put it in the chat, Francisco. I'll put it in the chat.
good. Sounds good. All right. We handling business on the show. All right. Here we go. Send that direct message, bro. All right, here we go. So, family, let's get into it. We're talking about the Chi first. That's what we're gonna talk about first. All right. So, what you think? What you think? What do you rate episode 5? Right, we're talking about episode 5. There we go. The Chi. Oh, look at her. Look at her. See, getting all fancy on me. Getting all fancy with the backgrounds. Okay, I see you.
Hey, gotta take a note out of VKJ educational tutorials and all of that.
Okay, I see you. I see you making moves. I like that. I like that. All right. So, family, what do you rate episode 5 of the Chi? Tika, we'll go to you first. What do you rate this episode?
Okay, I gave episode 5 of the Chi. I gave it a 9. I'm never a low scorer, but it still gave me the energy that I was looking for in the show. Yeah. The part where Emmett decided he was going to be bold enough to approach Douda out of all people. Yeah. I was like, wait, what? Boy, you trying to, but anyway, I know we're going to get to that, but that was one thing. I like that even though he's Emmett, he still approached Douda. And again, I appreciated that particular scene, which is why I ended up giving it a 9.
Okay. Family, drop your ratings below. What do you rate episode 5 of the Chi? I'm gonna rate it a 9.5. And I'm gonna tell you why. This is a high score for me. Usually I'm like 7.5, 8.5, right? I rated it a 9.5, and there's a reason why. This one touched me a little different. And I think you know why, but everybody else don't know why yet, but you're gonna find out why I rated it a 9.5. So let's see what's going on here. We got DeMarcus Vaughn, he rated it a solid 7. And Savannah, she rated it a 8. Okay. Yeah, I rated it a 9.5. And here's the reason why. Y'all ready for the reason why?
Yes.
You really want to know the reason why? This is the reason why I rated it a 9.5. Let me take this off real quick. This is why I rated it a 9.5, because this brought back so many great memories for me. It's prime time. It's prime time. I say prime time. It's prime time, family. Like, prom time for me was a joyous occasion. Me going to the prom, it was so much fun for me. I had such a great time. Like, everybody was letting their head down. I saw the girls I was watching all year looking real good in their little dresses. I was like, I didn't know you could dress like that. They was looking real good. So, prom, it just, them having fun, them going through the whole process, putting a little flower on the guy, and then putting, what they call that thing? I forgot.
Corsage.
The corsage, okay? Putting the corsage on the ladies, they taking pictures, red carpet, everybody's just happy, and it was a joyous occasion, and that made me feel good. So that's why I said a 9.5. But you know what? I want to go even deeper now. I want to know how was your prom, family? Drop that below. Let me know, how was your prom? Did you go to prom first and foremost? And how was your prom? Because if you didn't go to your prom, guess what? You going to the prom tonight, baby. That's right. VKJ TV High School. We got prom night. This is the celebration. If you ain't go to your prom, guess what? It's prom night, family. And I hope you are ready to go to prom, because we got some people from back in the day that went to their prom. All right. So I want to know if you recognize these people, okay, from back in the day when it was their prom time and they graduated that same year. All right. So first and foremost, I want to know, do you recognize this person from back in the day? This is the first person. Do you recognize this person? Drop your comments below. Who is this from back in the day? I think you already know who that is. You already know who that is, right? You already know. Drop your comments below. Who is this? Who is this, fam? Who is this? I want to see if anybody knows who this is. This is back in the day, high school time. right? And we've never seen her in that dress before, okay? But if you don't know who that is, that's right. That's EJ, the TV junkie from back in the day. All right, she looking
My
good in
girl
her dress.
EJ. My girl
Look at little sis,
EJ.
right? Look at little sis.
Listen, can
You
I tell
know,
the people? Can I be a little transparent with the people about my prom experience? I
sure.
I went to the prom with somebody else's ex-man, and even though I still had a good time at that prom, he ended up leaving me at the prom for
Oh,
his ex-girlfriend.
oh,
Because I had friends, we left the prom after the fact and went out to, they have in Miami, it's called Bayside. Make sure y'all check it out if you've ever in Miami. But we went there. But yeah, they left me. He left me at the prom with for his other girl. I was okay, after the fact. I ain't gonna bring up old stuff. But
he
yeah,
ain't no
so
good.
but look at me now.
Look at me now. Hey, look at me now. Hey, I'm getting paid. Oh, I can't sing it the
Candy was
whole
at the
thing.
prom.
She said, Candy Love said, I was 7 months pregnant, but I was there. Okay,
I'm
Candy
not mad
Love,
at
you
that.
getting your groove on. Go ahead. Get your
Yes.
groove on. Okay. I want to see. We got some other pictures going on. I want to see who is this person right here? Who is this person? Hold on, let me take this down. Who is this next person that I'm about to bring up right here? You may not know who it is, but take a wild guess. All right. Now, I want to know. Here's the question. We're having fun with this. Which one is Tika Deshawn? The one on the left or the right? Put it in the chat. Put it in the comments. Put your comments below. Left or right? Is Tika Deshawn the one on the left or is Tika Deshawn the one on the right?
Exposure.
At the prom. I know. This is exposure, right? I know.
Oh,
which one? Let's see. Okay. Which one is it? Is it the one on the left? I'm gonna take a guess. I think Tika's trying to fool us. I think she's not even in this picture. I don't know. Okay, Monica M says the one on the left. Who else could guess? Okay, Candy Love says Tika's on the right. Okay, let's see who else. Who else can guess? Who else is gonna guess? Is it left? Is Tika Deshawn the one on the left, or is Tika Deshawn the one on the right? Monica says left. Candy Love says right. Who else? Chime in below. Let me know. I think Tika trying to fool us. I said, you know what? Send me a prom picture, and she sent me this picture. I was like, you ain't even in this picture. I think she the one behind the girl, and you can't even see her face. You know what I'm saying? Like, who do you think it is, fam? All right. Let's break it. Let's let them know the answer. Guess who? Which one it is? I got this. Follow me. I got you. This is Tika Deshawn right here, fam. Would you have guessed it? Candy Love got it right. That's Tika Deshawn with her mouth open.
Running my mouth, dancing, whole vibe, everything.
You know what she's saying? Stay ruthless. So that was Tika Deshawn back in the day. That's right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense to see this picture and to see you now. Like, listen, you get paid to talk. You get paid to open up your mouth. You get paid to do, you know what I'm saying? It makes sense.
Actually, they were playing Poison. I just had to hit up one of my old friends. What would we dance to? They were playing Poison. Bell Biv DeVoe. That's my stuff. So if y'all ever want to contribute anything to me, it can have BBD on it and I'll take it. But yeah, that's what was playing at the time.
I wonder what part you were singing. You know what I'm saying? Were you rapping the part where you like,
it's driving me out.
Okay, that's it. Copyright. That's it. Copyright. That's it. Okay. Probably that part. I could see.
But it was fun. Prom was fun. No matter how my prom ended, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. Seriously.
We see
one of the best nights of my life.
We see you really did enjoy it. Like,
I mean, I could tell y'all some stories about me in high school. We'll do that at a later date.
That's another time.
At the end of the day, prom was a vibe.
It was fun. It was super fun. I mean, okay, so I guess I got to show, Who is this person right here,
Mm-hmm.
family?
Mm-hmm.
Who's this? Who's this
Mm-hmm.
guy right here, huh?
You already
Can you
know.
guys guess?
They're
Who
looking
is
like
that
they're in the
guy?
R&B singing group.
That's right. That's me back
Yes.
in the day. Actually, this one right here, I was telling Tika that this was actually my girlfriend at the time. This was her prom. So this was a year after my prom because she was like a year younger than me. So this was like 92, which was the same. Yeah, this was 92. So my prom, I'm trying to find my prom picture, fam, because I had the flat top. I had all of that. You don't know what I'm saying? But yeah, your boy was a skinny dude back then. But anyway, yeah, we had a great time. Listen, if you had a good time at your prom, drop your comments below. Let us know. Like I had an amazing time. It was so much fun. What's going on, Daria? I see you. It was so much fun. And yeah. If I can go back again and do it again, I'll do it all over again for real.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to St. Oz. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, that was the prom right there.
Nice.
Family, let me know what your thoughts are on the prom. But I believe if we go back to the Shy fam, listen, they had an amazing time. I felt it. I didn't just see it. I felt like the energy. Like if they wasn't going, if they just actors going to the prom, it felt like they was really going to the prom and they had a great time. So yeah. I wanted to get to
For
that.
sure.
Yeah. All right.
And
So let's
probably
get
for a lot of them, this was their prom because they're young actors. So they
right.
probably really didn't get to experience actually going to the prom. You know what I mean? Because they were
Maybe.
acting or for whatever reason. So
Right.
it felt really authentic. That whole prom scene, the moms getting everybody getting together and having
Yep.
this whole celebration to celebrate all their kids walking out. Like I
Yeah.
love that. It reminds me of what I did with my daughter and her friends. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, I was feeling it. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely did too. Like again, very nostalgic. The song wasn't nostalgic because I don't know. I'm up there. I'm up there a little bit. You know what I'm saying in the age range. So I didn't know what they were singing, but obviously they was enjoying themselves. You're like,
Right,
what
right,
the heck is
right.
that? I was like, okay, what is that? That was really the
Don't,
question.
don't, don't. What the
What the
is
heck
that?
is that? I was like,
Okay,
okay, like,
that's
and I
something
was
new.
asking
That's
the
something
question for
new.
real. I was genuine. I was like, wait, what is that? Like, really? What song was
Oh my gosh!
that?
Oh my
So let's
gosh!
see what Monica says. Monica says, I'm glad they changed Jim's dress. It went along with how everyone else was dressed. See, so let's get to that. Thank you. Thank you, Monica. That brings us to actually the second thing we're going to talk about, right? Let's go right into that. What did you think about Gemma's dress? What did you think about that whole interaction between Gemma and Tiara and how it went down? You know, because that first dress that she had she said it was atrocious, right? She was like, you can't go to prom like that.
Right. Like
Yeah,
that very first dress that she had on reminded me of something that somebody would have wore in the 90s when I was graduating from high school.
right.
So that was a totally different vibe for her. It wasn't a fit for her. Now, to
Yeah.
be honest with you, when she put on the second dress, I'm like,
Hmm.
but that's how the kids are kind of dressing. So I like the second dress. I mean, I'm a different type of mama, I guess, but because it didn't have like her boobs wasn't sticking out, her backside wasn't sticking out. She had the one little flash, but she was still covered up. And then she did look like a mini tiara. So maybe that's why her daddy didn't approve of it.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely are a progressive mama. Cause if that's my daughter, no way in hell I'm with Marcus. Nowhere in hell is she going in that dress right there. I mean, look, that dress. If I got a better picture, if you saw the front and the back, man, listen, no, she looked like Tiara, and that's not what Marcus was looking for in his little daughter. He's not trying to have
Right.
a baby Tiara because it looked like like if he you know what I'm saying? Like it would get the boys riled up. I'll say it like that. It would get the boys riled up. And I know that's not what yet any dad wouldn't want that of their daughter. Okay. But I'm just gonna say that, it looked like they was having a good time and they actually bonded,
Right.
which was cool. I think that's what Marcus wanted. I think them having the spa day and her talking about, yeah, I closed out the whole shop because I don't do what's she say the phrase was? I don't do people or something like that. I forgot what the phrase was, but she was like, yeah, I don't like to be around a lot of people. So she closed out the whole spa just for them, and they bonded. But
Right.
Marcus wasn't having that. No way in hell. Like, okay, he was happy that they bonded, but you ain't going out there looking like her. But but she was like, she looks like a, whatever the word is. And she was like, well, she looks like me. What does that say about the way you looking at me? And he ain't had nothing to say. I was like, dang,
Mm-hmm.
you in the doghouse, bro. You in the doghouse. You in the doghouse, cuz she ain't like that too tough. Okay. Let's see. Let me see your comments below. Definitely drop your comments below. Let us know what else stood out to you. What else stood out to you, Tika, as far as this episode? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
In regards to whether or not Papa was going to have a prom date, she did say yes, but we see later on why she canceled out on him. But I mean, the fact that she still considered it, I was okay. I was happy for Papa, because like, wow, he was gonna have him a prom date. He wasn't gonna have to fly solo. Wasn't gonna have to be the third, fourth, and fifth wheel.
Yeah.
At the prom. But I'm glad
Right.
that even though he didn't have a date, his friends still made him welcome, like made it like, okay, we a family regardless, date or
Yeah.
no date. So you here, we're all here together. And so
Right.
yeah, we did see where she didn't make it to the prom with Papa. And again, we see why she didn't make it to the prom with Papa.
Yeah. I mean, he went over there with all intensive purposes of, possibly getting a little smoochy smooch on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he already got the little kissy at the bowling ring. So, I mean, Papa's feeling good. He had a fun at the prom. She wasn't able to make it, but she was like, yo, why don't you come over after? Like, listen, I'm thinking the same thing. Like, Papa, I'm thinking the same thing. She want me to come through so we could, do a little Netflix. You know what I'm saying? And when that little boy came out, it was like, who that? Your little brother? You had to babysit? It's like, no, that's my son. I was like, dang. Papa can't get no wins, man. He can't get no wins, man. So what do you think is going to happen with that? We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about what happened with Tiffany and her car. Let's talk about that, right? So
Right.
Tiff, she out there with the supply at Cairo. Dante is there. Boom, psh, glass breaks. They like, yo, somebody stole my car. And this is what get me though. It's like Dante out there like, I think I know who did it. Dante, how you know this? Like, is Dante down with Dude and the crew? And that's what I'm thinking. But even when they, after the whole thing, like Dude was talking to Dante and he was like, I ain't see you in a while. So it's like, is Dante down with his organization, but he's just working a different part of his organization? Is he running like the more of the product side as opposed to the carjacking side? What are your thoughts on that?
I just think Dante is just aware. Like he knows he's aware of what goes on in the city. As they say, he has his ears to the street. He knows that Duda and his crew are a part of the little team of smash and grab, taking vehicles and selling the parts and all that other kind of stuff. Like he's probably aware. He could have worked for Duda. But again, just like you said, maybe in a different entity. Like he's too good to be a corner boy. You know what I mean?
Right.
His skill level are probably something higher up. He may be connected to the supplier of Duda's products. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know what place Dante has in this whole thing, but he literally knew exactly where to find Tiffany's car.
He sure did. He sure did. And for him to be up in there, what's going on, Tamika's Den? How you doing? How you doing? For him to know exactly where the spot was, that lets me know he's probably been there before.
Right.
That also lets me know, like, dude, like he's definitely well connected with the streets, as you say.
For sure.
And being that he is well connected to the streets, he know how to find that. But he's like, yo, I don't make no guarantees that it's here. It's like, come on, dude, where else would it be? You know what I'm saying? And then Rob went up in there, all like, yo, what's up with that, B? Yo, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna steal a car and we work for you? You know what I'm saying? Right? So of
Right.
course, dude is like, yo, it's a mistake. Give him the car. And they like, yeah, and you gonna run that cash for the window. He's like, nah. That's not what we doing, son. That's not what he put the cigar in his face and be like, that ain't what we doing. You know what I'm saying? You need to take the car, get up out of here. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think it's getting closer and closer to this whole showdown. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that Rob definitely knows that dude is the one. He don't got like solid evidence yet, though.
Right.
Right. Okay.
He definitely had to flex his muscle though. It's in front of his girl. He can't just look like as they call it, a simp. You know what I mean? He couldn't be that quiet guy at that very moment. He had to flex, especially the fact that Dante was there too. Like, the relationship between Tiff and Dante, and Rob at some point was going to have to flex his muscle just a little bit. But he did get Duda to say, okay, you could take the money out of your next drop or whatever the case may be. Right. So whether Duda got up in his face or not, they're going to have their window taken care of, and they're not going to have to actually pay for it. It's going to come out of the money that they raised from selling his product.
Right. So that'll work. Now, here's the other part to that. So let's get right to that. So your boy Emmett drops off EJ, and he's like, yo, what happened to the car? Somebody broke in it. Yo, why you ain't tell me? Why you ain't call me? And she's just like, yo, like, you not my protector no more. I don't got to tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that? Like, it's kind of weird that he's acting like this, but it's not like, it's kind of, I don't know. What do you think? Drop your comments below, fam.
Again, another moment where Emmett needed to flex his muscle between Duda. And because, again, he's like, I'm doing all of this stuff for you, Duda, and y'all go and you turn, and you're the one that even got me the vehicle, and then y'all turn it right around and end up stealing it right back. Like,
yeah, but before we get to that, I'm talking about the interaction between Emmett and
Emmett and Tiff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if she was obligated to. I think she kind of was obligated to tell Emmett that the car was taken. He did get it for her. It could have been some insurance things that could have needed to be taken care of, or whatever the case may be. He got the car for her. I think he deserved the right to know that it was something did happen to the car. Now, all the other stuff that he did, he could have dialed back, because it was like she had enough muscle, she had enough bodyguards to go and deal with Duda. But at the end of the day, Emmett, he wanted to be a part of it too.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that he got it for her, and EJ is involved, and he really got it for her and EJ, really for EJ. So EJ won't be around. Like, I understand why he'll be like, yo, you should have told me, right? But her thinking is not on a level of, oh, he's not just thinking about me, he's thinking about EJ. Like, something could have happened to EJ. Like, EJ could have been in the car when they stole the car. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that's where he's coming from, not on a level of just report to me.
Right.
Even though he knows that that's not his girl anymore. My mindset for Emmett is, it's not like, you're my girl anymore. I already know you're not my girl. But the way she took it was like, yo, I'm not your girl anymore. I don't got to report to you. I already got somebody else to take care of it. You know what I'm saying? So now let's talk about what you were talking about earlier, when Emmett rolled up on Duda. Now, again, I thought this was straight suicide. Okay? Like, dude, what are you doing, Emmett? Like, you got that riled up. You got that mad because nobody told you. And you went to Duda? Like, seriously? Like, what you doing, bro? What are you thinking? And then turn around, my man take out the blicky, and it's like, yo, I could easily just take your life. I could easily make your the mother of your children, like, single mothers right now. Like, I could really have your kids growing up without a father. Like, what are you thinking about cursing me out? The dude that, like, I'm not that guy. What? So about this, you said he felt like he needed to flex.
Yeah, he felt like he needed to go and approach Duda, but it was the wrong move. Like, just Emmett. The problem is Emmett has to figure out a different way of dealing with Duda.
Yeah,
Duda is a straight murker. He gonna take you out. So why would you? You saw him in the restaurant literally pop somebody popcorn because
yeah,
they were smacking too loud on some food. Why would you go and approach him? Come on, Emmett.
crazy.
You literally trying to make your baby's mamas single
Hmm.
mamas, and you trying to make Tiffany a single mama too.
Right,
So
right. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Like,
crazy
even
move.
Tamika's then he bugging, right? He tripping, bugging, trying to flex. Like, what are you trying to? You didn't even go there with the strap that he gave you. Like, what was you really going to do? You thought that you was going to scare this guy?
Empty
Like,
handed.
come on. Like, you was. It's like bringing a butter knife to a freaking strap fight. Like, you're bugging, dog. You tripping. So I think this is going to lead up to something else. We'll talk about that, but yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Okay, okay, okay. What else? What else popped out in your mind for you? What else stood out to you?
You mean scene wise for the entire show or just that moment?
The entire show.
Okay. Mm.
Let me help you out. How
Yeah,
about
help me out.
how about Keisha getting fired,
Oh yeah,
right? And
yeah,
then going to Emmett and telling Emmett, that she got fired. Like, I really felt bad for Keisha. I really did, because this was like something that she was passionate about. She was making connections, the budget cuts. I heard somebody say, "Oh, I just think the lady didn't like her." You know what I'm saying? Because she was kind of like talking back at her about, making the kids read, and, that she needed a different approach and don't force the kids. So
right.
what was your reaction once they let her go?
Yeah, I hated it for her to have been let go, but I also remembered I thought about what I said a little while ago. Like, Keisha has some things that she needs to fix
Hmm.
anyway. She has some internal issues that she needs to fix, stemmed off of her kidnapping, stemmed off of everything that she went through in the
Yeah,
past. So we did get to see her make an appointment, or
yeah,
talk to Dre, and then get an appointment for a therapist. The job was fitting for her, but apparently, because her and Emmett had not worked on a actual schedule or plan of
yeah.
getting the kids to school, getting her
Mhm.
to work on time, getting Emmett to where he needed to be. It wasn't going to last that long anyway. So when the teacher said that she didn't have, or whoever she was, the director said she didn't have anything that she can bring to the table to show that you deserved to keep this job, you know, unfortunately, it was understandable. A lot of being late and all that other stuff. But again, we do see a moment where everybody is telling her, at least Dre is letting her know, you do need to get that therapy. You need to
Right.
talk to somebody, because she really hadn't talked to anybody like she needed to since that incident.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it was a lot. I think them playing house, moving in this house. She already had enough pressure on her when it came down. If you remember from last season, she's trying to go to school and take care of Ronnie at the same time. There was a lot of pressure from that. So being a
Right,
single mom and trying to go to school, and then once she finally moved in with Emmett, things were cool in the apartment. But now you have a bigger space with this house. So what comes with bigger space? More responsibility, more laundry, more, places to clean. You know what I'm saying? It was
right.
just too overwhelming for her. And then once they did have that conversation, we could talk about that. Once they did have that conversation, like I said in my video, just straight up, like, he was totally insensitive to her sensitivity. He's totally insensitive to the problem. He came in there talking about, why you ain't tell me, Tiff was growing her own stuff and just other stuff
Right,
that had
right.
nothing to do. Like, he didn't even notice that she was on the couch looking down, looking sad. You know what I'm saying? Like she had to tell him when he was over there putting his coat, like, hey, I just got fired. So he wasn't, and he was like, well, I guess that's, less pressure for you. It wasn't like, I'm sorry
Right.
you got
Right.
fired. It was, I guess that's less pressure less stress that you got to worry about because, you got to take care of this house. You got to take care of the kids. That's what he wanted anyway. And it sounded like that's exactly what he wanted. He didn't really want her to work a job. He wanted her to be home with the kids and being like a housewife, but she ain't a wife.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
Right.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, so that's when she told him this. She told him, what's the phrase? It's a funny phrase. It's a funny phrase. And she realized that her mom was saying the same thing. What's the phrase, family? Drop your comments below. When she said something like, you living your best life. I ain't gonna be letting the world pass me by while you living your best life.
Right.
Something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And she caught her mama saying the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's when she had to make that appointment to be like, yo, I'm turning into my mom. I need to go see a therapist. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much pressure. It was just too much. It was too much for her. Too much for Keisha. So she needed that break. And, she might need a break from the house. You know what I'm saying? Break away. Like, it may be too much. You know what I'm saying? But, it is what it is.
She literally jumped from being a high school student to a college student to someone who dealt with the FA. She also was kidnapped. She dealt with then having this little being from that situation where she was, taken away. Now she has the responsibility of taking care of this little baby. Then she decides she wants to go back to school. She gave the baby away. Then she went and took the baby back. Then she decided she wanted to go to school. She went to school. It was still pressure because she was still trying to take care of the baby at the same time and go to school. Then she thought it would be convenient. Why don't I just move in with you, Emmett? And then, okay, let's go buy your house, Emmett. You know what I mean? And now you got to keep, like you said, there's a lot more responsibilities. You got to keep the house clean. You got to make sure the food is good. You got to take care of the babies. Again, she was placed in a wife role without being a wife and without them having a conversation. So now, all the therapy she's definitely turning into her mom.
Yep.
And so I'm glad she recognized it. I'm glad Dre recognized it before it got too late, because she could have also been dealing with postpartum depression. And just the symptoms just came a little different than what others may see. But yeah, the therapy was absolutely a must. She definitely needed that.
Yeah.
So I hope this helps.
Yeah, I hope it does. I hope that it looks like she's happy to be there, right? It looks like she's happy to actually talk to somebody, because she needs somebody outside of her mom, outside of Emmett, outside of everybody to talk to, a professional. And that's what she said to Emmett. Like, I need a professional to talk to, to get through this thing. So we definitely praying for her, right? Let's talk about your boy, Shad, right? Shad, he's still trying to get this money. I just want to know, like, okay, he's working with, and explain this to me, and family, drop your comments below. He's working with Darnell, right?
Mm-hmm.
They said they was working all day, 6 a.m. to the afternoon. He gave him $100. Okay. He's like, dang, man, that's it. I was expecting more, right? Like, bro, like a whole day's work. Like, if a person was making what, I don't know, $14, $15 an hour, whatever hour, you're going to make around that less tax per day. You know what I'm saying? So him getting $100 for that day to be working, I mean, I know they was working hard, but bruh, like, didn't he just get a stack? That's what I'm confused about. Didn't he just get a stack from Duda?
Yep.
That had to be like 10 racks. That had to be 10,000. I mean, that had to be something. Unless it was a whole bunch of ones in a stack. Like, here's $100 in ones. Like, you know what I'm saying?
See, that's the thing with Rashad. It's almost like he's in this whole Instagram age where he thinks things are supposed to come fast. They're supposed to be automatic. Everything is supposed to be perfect overnight. But he's not understanding that the real world, which is what Darnell is trying to show him, does not work that way. You kind of Not saying that you just have to accept whatever people give you, but the longer you work, the more you'll be able to, be able to make, considering his background.
Right.
Like, I see if he was just, he was a college student that just couldn't find a job. It's a little different. The money's going to be a little different. But your college was Department of Corrections. So right now, you have to take what you can get until you can get something better. And that's what Rashad is not. Shad is not appreciating that. So as we can see, he's going to be making some reckless decisions.
Yeah. I want to know, and again, I see you, Tamika, right there. Like, what did he do with that stack? That's what I want to know. Did he stash it and he just wants way more? Did he just give it to Deja? Like, here, baby, I made some money, and just like he out of money now? You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you do with the bread, bro? What did you do with the bread? And why are you knocking everything over your head? Now, of course, we know what happened with the whole strap thing. I don't really need to show any pictures of that, fam.
Right.
Like, Bakari went over there, brought the straps, gave him a couple bands, and he put the straps in the vents. Bro, what is going on? Like, why? Right there in the living room. You're going to unscrew that and then put it right there. Was that temporary? I don't know, but I guess he wasn't in the right state of mind. I mean, he took the bread, he took the money, he took them 2 bands, was like, all right, whatever. But bro, what are you doing? Let me see what Monica said. Shad is full of it. He's making excuses to go back to making fast money. Right. He could have used the stack to go get certified. Right. For a trade. Right, Monica. Right. Yep. I totally agree with you. Yep. Totally agree with you. But again, he online looking at Tierra. He looking at other, typical young stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't young, right? He could have did that. He could have took that money and just said, hey, let me learn a trade. Let me learn how to become an electrician. Let me learn how to do this. You know what I'm saying? Or become a better plumber working with Darnell, right? Could have did something, but you decide to do that, bro. You tripping. Emmett tripping, Shad tripping, and your boy right here tripping. All right. What the heck? I want to know. Like, so like I said, I gave it a 9.5, but I was kind of peed off at a lot of the brothers in this episode right here because of these decisions that were being made. Right? What's going on with Bakari, man? Like, come on, man. You knew that car was stolen, bro. You knew the car was stolen. You know you don't got no license, right? You driving fast, you enjoying yourself. Who knows if you was taking little shots or whatever. But you gonna speed down the street, right, and then get pulled over, bro. I was mad at Bakari. I was mad at Bakari for this right here. I know he's young, but he shouldn't have been driving that car. He shouldn't even be down with Duda. It was just a kid decision, and it was a bad decision. Drop your comments below. If you're just watching us, definitely hit that like button, fam. Definitely hit that share button. Definitely comment below. We appreciate you, and definitely subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, family. I was kind of pissed though. What is your thoughts about Bakari, man?
Entire episode or just that moment?
The entire episode, and you can go into whatever moment you want.
Okay, Bakari, freaking better. Like, you're driving, almost looked like you were doing 100 miles an hour, just turning, just going, not stopping on brakes, not being aware of your surroundings, that the police could be somewhere watching you. And then you end up getting pulled over as if, it was okay. Not only did you not have regard for your own life, you didn't have regard for Lene's life. Like, it was like you didn't even care that she was in the car. You just speeding, going fast, end up getting pulled over. Both of y'all end up at jail because of your stupidity. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't have been in the car first and foremost. And that's it. But then you're going to get advice from Pastor Stanley, right? Being a father figure to you, represent yourself. You're supposed to meet her brother, stand up straight, put your hand out and look him in the eyes, you know what I'm saying? And put God first, right? Going to take that advice because he was nervous. Then he gonna meet him, do exactly what he said, what his father figure told him to do, right? And he did it well. He was good. He was straight, except for that stolen car behind him. Right? You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And then turn around, like you said, they went to the lockup, and they had to let him go because they're minors, right? That's exactly what it was. Because they're minors, they had to let him go. That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
But next episode, Jamal gonna give him a black eye because I told you to protect my sister, and then you put my sister in harm's way. Like, come on, stop playing, bro. Stop playing. But did you feel sorry for Bakari when he was in the car with Pastor and he was crying? Did you feel sorry for him? I mean, again, he's what, 17 years old, 16 years old. He's a kid. He's a kid. He made a stupid mistake. Like, did you feel sorry for him?
I mean, I didn't feel sorry for him because that particular mistake could have cost his life, her life. No, I didn't. And he knows better. Why? But this is my question. Why did they even allow him to drive to the prom in the first place? Like, and then nobody questioned, oh, where'd you get this car from?
No.
Not Pastor Stanley, not nobody, not Jamal, Jamil, whatever, brother. He didn't even question, like, where did you get this car from? Nobody even questioned it. So I'm blaming all of them. I'm blaming everybody these days, but all of them for allowing him to be in such a fast car. That was a Lamborghini. So, Lambos pick up some speed.
They do.
Then on top of that, probably don't have a license. Who took you to get your license? You've been in the streets all this time. You was homeless. When did you have time to get a license?
Yeah.
But y'all letting him take this girl to the prom.
I mean, I think they was all caught up in the moment. I think they were just running with the lie that he was telling, because even Lene was like, where you get this car from? Oh, my rich friend let me borrow it. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to get away after the prom? You know, Then he changed the subject. You want to get away after the prom? We can get away. You know what I'm saying? So she wouldn't be thinking about the question of where did you really get that car from?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So Monica says he's a young black man in Chicago speeding in an expensive car. Was he trying to be a statistic on the news? Right.
Seemed
right. Like, again, he wasn't thinking. He was caught up in the moment. He was happy. He was with his girl. Again, he took care of the straps. Right. He's accomplishing whatever he's accomplishing for his mob boss. Right. So he was, in his mind, I'm in a good place. I feel good. He had so much fun at the prom, and we saw that. What the heck is that? Right. Right. They have fun. And it's not often that we see Bakari having fun. He's usually all serious, being around Douda, trying to look away from Douda, because Douda look at him like, boy, if you don't do what I tell you to do, you know what I'm saying? So he like the Douda like the bad, terrible dad, and then Pastor Stanley's like the good, godly dad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, it's gonna be bad for Bakari. It's gonna be bad for Bakari, right? Let's really talk real quick. Let's talk about 3 things, and then we gotta go. We gotta go to Power Book 4 Force. We gotta hit that. We gotta hit that quick, right? I didn't even know we was gonna be on this long, but it was a lot of stuff. It was a lot. It was the prom thing. The prom thing really set it off. But let's talk about Alicia and her talk with Bianca. I think this is where things are gonna change, right? Alicia talking to Bianca, talking about, guys come to the club and all this and that, and blah, blah, blah. You talking about Douda? Yeah, I'm talking about Douda, but whatever. Mm-hmm. And she's asking about who does she know might have taken out Q, right? So then Bianca goes and talks to Douda in the car. Oh, man. Okay. What is that? Okay, there we go. There you go. Douda in the car. And she asked him, did you take out Q? And he's like, don't ask questions you don't want answers to, or whatever he said, trying to be slick. And she's like, why you do that? So she knows that he did it, even though he didn't admit it. She figured it out, right? So guess what? She knows now. Do you think she's going to go back and tell Alicia?
That's a good one. Yeah. Alicia help her purchase that business that she owns. I don't know. She likes the SEXX with Douda, But I don't
Yeah.
know. She may be. I don't know if she's that loyal to Alicia. I
Yeah.
really can't. I really can't see it at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
But if she does, cool. Duda gonna have some problems. I think Alicia kind of already knows. Again, just like Rob, she's trying to get some confirmation.
Yeah.
I think she has the feeling that Duda has something to do with Q being unalive. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know if Bianca's gonna go back and tell her. I want to see that. I want to see where her loyalty lies.
Yeah. I mean, again, it seems like Alicia and Bianca are tight and they do business together and they rock with each other. You know what I'm saying? And they're talking about the club and it's like their club. It's like their thing. Like it seems like Alicia's an investor into that, into
Right. It's
what
supposed to be a
Bianca's
silent
going to,
partner.
right. Silent partner investor. Cause it's obvious Alicia got some bread.
Right.
Right. So I don't know. I mean, for the right amount of money, just like she paid her son 100 racks, she might be like, Bianca, I need you to tell me the truth. Here's 100 racks. Who did do it? And she'll be like, I ain't gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you. I don't want to say nothing like I'm snitching, but you know what I'm saying? Like she could
Mhm.
tell her without telling her, and then get the confirmation. And Rob gonna do what he do. Okay, final thing, and then we got to get the force. 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 Listen, this conversation right here was pretty clever and wild at the same time, right? I thought the way Kevin did it. It's like, yeah, if let's say you went to California, would you? Hey, what's up, Savannah? Would you be cool with it? Like I like how he did it to get the answer to see what she would do. But still, like I said, I think he was thinking about what I think he still was thinking about whether he's gonna go or not.
Right.
But now that they kind of seeing each other, her answer is going to determine whether he goes or not. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
if she's
Right.
like, nah, I wouldn't go. I would stay here with you. I would want to be around the friends. I would want to, what I'm saying? But she was like, nah, I'll go to California in a heartbeat. It's going to further
Right.
my career. I'll go right now. So, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think he went about the right way? Do you think he should have told her?
He did the right thing. He just wanted to see her thoughts on it. But then
Yeah.
he also talked to Jake and told Jake and Papa,
Yeah.
what his plans were or what he was thinking about doing. He had this opportunity,
Mhm.
and Jake shocked me because he was like, "Man, you gotta get out of Chicago, go do what you gotta do, go follow your dream. We'll be
He
here whenever
shocked you,
the case
right?
may be." Yeah, because
Yeah.
because Jake is normally the kind of like the semi. He act like he's jealous a little bit of Kevin sometimes,
Mhm.
but this time around, he was like, "Nah, man, you got to do what you got to do, and
Yeah.
we gonna ride with you. We gonna support you." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for him to finally kind of address it with Maisha, now it's like, okay, now once I get the confirmation from this company, as far as what I actually have to do to make that move,
Yeah.
then I could tell her, look, this is the opportunity that came up. So I don't think he just didn't tell her on purpose at that moment. He was waiting to get the full confirmation to make the call and say, yes, I'll do it, and then have more details to give her. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll have Kevin LA or something.
Somebody was I saw a thumbnail. I do my studies. I see everybody, and somebody did a thumbnail and said, "Yeah, the Shy LA spinoff," and I'm just like, "Get out of here, nah, nah, I ain't gonna believe that one." You know what I'm saying? I believe it when I see it. That would be
Right.
funny though. I'll be like, "Okay, Kevin LA, yeah, okay, whatever." But if family, drop your comments below if you're watching right now. Definitely hit that like button. We are covering the shot right now, and we're about to go into Power Book 4 Force. But let us know your final thoughts on this. Should Kevin have told Maisha? Should Kevin have gone, agreed to go to LA? You know what I'm saying? He hasn't gone yet, so he just said yes. That doesn't mean he's going. That just means that he's like, okay, I'm with it. I want to go. I'm letting you
Right.
guys know I want to go. But hey, you never know. He could change his mind. You never know. All right.
For sure. For sure.
All right. All right, family. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Power Book for Force, family. Let's talk about it really quick, briefly. Tommy's back. I'm excited. A lot of people are excited. Oh, okay, look at you with the fancy. Got the four. See, you know what I'm saying? She ain't all fancy and stuff. You know what I mean? I see you, B. I seen you. I see you. All right, but Tommy's back and he's rocking with Diamond. And they trying to take over Chicago. They trying to, really lock this in. And there's two huge connects. You know that is. That's Mirkovich. I used to call him Milkovich. Milkovich, right? And you got my guy, you got the guy, the new minister, new guy, you got Miguel Garcia, right? Two of the biggest connects in Chicago, okay? First off, I want to get your rating. What's your rating, Tika, for the first episode of Power Book for Force? And drop your ratings below, fam.
Okay, bump what you heard, bump what you saw. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I loved
Oh.
it. I loved it. I loved it. Tommy is back. He's not holding any punches. He's literally canceling Christmas on the very first episode multiple times. So that's why I gave it a 10.
Okay. Okay, I gave it a 9.5. Tommy's back. Again, they talked about power, energy, power vibes. And we got 3 bodies in the first episode. Yeah. So I'm gonna give it a 9.5. Definitely felt good. It definitely felt like these other actors like Isaac Keys and Jannard, and it seems like they're stepping up. I think that was the problem that a lot of people were talking about, that the other characters didn't really fit Tommy yet. They needed to develop into like the chemistry with Tommy that we know of from him and Omari, who plays Ghost, and Tasha and everybody from Power. But again, remember, that was 6 seasons of them being together, just doing this show. There was no other show that they were doing that I know of but Power, right? Power. So we saw Tommy with his family of Power. So now he has a new family that they have to get used to as far as chemistry. But I give it a 9.5. DeMarcus, you give it an 8. Savannah gives it an 8. Okay. I give it a 9.5 because I'm just feeling good about it. You know what I'm saying? And I was really hype about it. DeMarcus definitely, we noticed that too. That Miguel Garcia he's a diabetic, and that's his weakness. Absolutely. That's definitely his weakness. He's definitely going to, I think, and I'm kind of putting predictions out there already. I think that he's definitely going to have to rely on Tommy because, Tommy's bulletproof and he never gets sick and he never gets, there's nothing wrong with Tommy.
Tommy was emotionally scorned. You saw him with the tears in the very first episode.
Said, he is immune to anything.
His heart is crushed multiple times.
Just like he's about to crush on Maria Garcia, he about to crush that. Okay, he about to crush that ass. Okay, so he ain't that crushed because he moved on to Glow.
But it was Liliana though. It was Liliana.
Well, Liliana's like his sister, right?
Exactly. Sibling, losing a sibling, losing a close friend, a new start. He was in a brand new town. You know what I mean?
I get it. Listen, I get it. Queen gives it a 10. I get it.
Thank you, Queen.
But at the same time, like I said, nothing against Tommy. Tommy is impenetrable as of right now. And I hope that they show some type of vulnerability besides his heart, his inside heart being hurt. I want to see, some real like hurt. Okay. But anyway, Force was good. First episode. I really liked it. I like the new guy, Miguel Garcia. Let's talk about Jannard. Let's talk about Jannard because Jannard seems to be super weak right now. He seems to be super like he owes Miguel money. He got the Serbians on his ass because he's promising the Serbians territory that's not even his to give away. You know what I'm saying? Like Jannard is getting beat down by Mirkovich, who I call Milkovich. He got beat down. Like, what's up with Jannard? But he got a little booty in this one. So what you think about Jannard?
His force was split in half. You know, once upon a time, he had well over 20 plus soldiers to help
Wow.
fight his battles, to help gain the money, make the money that he owed everyone. But because he and Diamond split up everything, not
Yeah.
that even, you know what I mean? So now he doesn't have that army. He doesn't have those soldiers to make that money that he needs to pay everybody. So now it's
Right.
almost like he was like robbing Peter to pay Paul, making deals with multiple devils, and ends up getting
Yeah.
himself into some mess with Milkovich, and even with was it Manuel Miguel?
Miguel. Miguel
He's
Garcia.
even head over his head with him, because if he doesn't pay him that money in time, then we saw what Miguel can do. We saw what he did to the dude with the burners, the cigar burns, and all that other
Yeah.
stuff. We saw what could happen to him.
Oh
So
yeah.
he's definitely in over his head, but it's because he chose not to work with his brother, who was kind of like his actual strength.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he really. So Jannard, let's just keep it real. Jannard wanted to be number one. He was number one until Diamond came out. Diamond came out, they had that whole fight. Y'all remember season one if you watched season one. If you didn't, that's what happened. Diamond came out on top, but still Jannard was not feeling that and got to the point where Jannard was about to take out Diamond because Diamond wanted to roll with the white boy who was Tommy. And he was jealous. Jannard has been jealous because Diamond, for whatever reason, chose Tommy over his own brother.
Right.
And I could kind of understand that. You know what I'm saying? I can understand, like, how you going to pick somebody that you don't even know over me? And I held you down when you was in jail. You know what I'm saying? I made sure you had a place and a spot, and I gave you the barbershop. Like, bro, like, how you going to do that? But, that's what happens. So now Diamond rolling with him, and, Jannard got some connects. I mean, we starting to see Jannard's connects outside of just, his crew. And he
Right.
got a connection with this shorty right here, which the boxing chick, right? And she really feeling homeboy. She giving them little pocket change. Like, yeah, I heard on the street that you need a little bit of money. You want this? And he's like, no, I don't want this. I want you. Okay, nice line. But you got his little booty. You know what I'm saying? What you think about this girl?
Shanti was definitely a good little touch for Kennard. He needed to get him some. Maybe he'll calm down a little bit. He thought about getting some from Liliana, but that didn't really work out too well. So he kind of needed a little softness, a little soft touch. Even though she's a boxer as well, he still needed a woman's touch. I don't know how much farther this is going to actually go between the two of them, because you can't mix business with pleasure. But she softened him up for that little moment, and they did what they did, and I'm glad he got him some. So maybe again he'll calm down and think before he reacts or acts on certain situations.
Yeah,
I doubt it though.
Even he went to Claudia too and try to make a deal too. She's like, I'm not interested, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here. Like, you always making bad deals, and that's what it is. So I see you, DeMarcus, talking about team treason, right? He's down with Jannard and them. And then you got Queen. She's like team CBI. Okay, so she's down with Tommy. Who's gonna come out on top? That's the thing, So let's get further into it. We got Maria. Like, she seems to be a solid one. She seems to be focused. You know what I'm saying? She's a nurse. She's Miguel's sister, right? We didn't see Grandma yet. Grandma's coming, but she's the one that actually came through when D-Mac had that infection and came through and saved the day. So yeah, I mean, shout out to DeMarcus for saying, yeah, Maria is the real MVP here, because she actually saved D-Mac. What do you think about that, Tika? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I thought that it was funny how Tommy literally I guess he didn't realize she was gonna be at that bus stop, but he pulled up on her, talked to her at the bus stop, trying to get her to get in the car with him,
Yeah.
and so that he could drop her off at work. But then he ends up still needing her anyway. After, like, again, like you said, when we find out that D-Mac's wound has an infection in it. So, I mean, I like her. She's definitely the MVP because she was right in place where she needed to be able to help Tommy and his family. Because had she not been there, who knows how much longer they would have been out there waiting. And that was just a show as to how the healthcare system works.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you don't know somebody, you really not getting in to get you some help. But I loved it. I love how she was still professional. She was still like, I'm here to, to help your family. I'm still not trying to get at you like that because of who you are, who you're affiliated with, i.e. my brother. But I like her so far. So far, I like what she's doing.
Look like she got a dude already that messing around with her. And your boy Tommy peeped that out, right? But yeah, we know that she ain't that, like she ain't that much of a princess. She getting her little suave on, her little groove on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
she a real woman. She a real person.
Yeah, she want a professional. She don't want the thug life. You know what I mean? Her whole family seems like her whole family is involved in it, and she just wants something different.
Right. What we think about the Flynns now? You know what I'm saying? Like the Flynns, man, like they tired to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole thing that Tommy did when he found out that she had the scientist and got JP to put the formula of the Dahlia online was like so clever. It was so clever for Tommy to do that and have it put online, like shut down the whole operation. But what you think about Claudia's reaction to that, taking out the scientist like that?
Listen, if Claudia is unalived in the next episode, I would not be mad. I was already so pissed at her at how she was holding the doctor hostage as it is to try to recreate this whole product of Dahlia, and then for her to unalive her, I'm like, this some whole. My mind went back to slavery a little bit. Then I had to snap back. It's a movie. It's a TV show. It's a TV show. But yeah, Tommy got him, and eventually they're going to have to literally show their face again. I feel like Tommy, he knew that she was the one that did it. But then he was, I guess, again, he's trying to make sure he gets to the right one. But for me, I'm like, Tommy, just take all of them out. Like, y'all got enough, you got enough warriors or war situations going on anyway. Just go on and pop her because she's the one that took your girl Liliana out. But for her to be able to come to Tommy's face and try to talk to him about Dahlia and all of that stuff, like, you crazy. Like, you're real bold. But again, if she's gone by the next episode, I wouldn't be mad.
Well, I mean, Tommy did make an attempt, right? So after he got drunk, he tried to make an attempt on Walter, and then somebody got in the way, got into the shot. He didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't able to take him out. I didn't think that was going to happen either. You know what I'm saying? But your boy, Vic, boy, he is going through it. He's becoming a drunkard, he's just real sloppy right now. He's just not feeling anything that's going on with these folks. You know what I'm saying? So, let me see what the mark is talking about. I blame Tommy and Liliana for the death of Dr. Williams because of Tommy's greed and competition for Claudia. Well, again, did we really know that was going to happen? How would he know that she was going to take out the scientist? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she may have been like, hey, I don't need you anymore. You can leave. No, she thought that the scientist put the formula online. But again, who else would put the formula online? Like, I guess she forgot that they taught JP.
Right.
She may put it together after the fact, but I think she was just in rage that she was trying to get the product out there so fast that she wasn't thinking right. Excuse me. And she just she unalived him. You know, you go
Yeah,
ahead and talk. I got a cough.
she definitely should have. I mean, my thing is, I wish that as soon as Liliana gave the doctor that money on the last season, as soon as she gave her that money, she should have just went ahead and left. She shouldn't have stopped by her house and none of that other stuff. Just collect your $200 and keep going and going and going. But she had to stop, and then that's when Claudia pulled up on her and basically snatched her up, and unfortunately she's unalive. So everybody can be held responsible, held liable for the doctor being, sent to the lower basement. But at the end of the day, I just want Claudia to go.
Yeah, I think all of us do. I think all of us do. I think it's almost that time. I hope Tommy does whatever or gets whoever to take whoever out. But again,
Right.
I think Miguel Garcia, that whole they looking to take over everything. They already know about the Serbians and there's beef between them. You remember that conversation that Diamond had with him? He's like, "Yo, you got beef with the Serbians." I heard. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna take them out." You know what I'm saying? And he's
Right.
just like, "Yo, just make sure that white boy don't get in the way." He's like, "Yo, if you don't, then it might cost you your life, right?" So,
Right.
this interaction was funny because he's like, "Yo, just go wait in the back, dog."
Right.
He's like, "Okay." Tom's like, "Okay." Because I thought there was gonna be confrontation when they was like that, and he was like, "Nah, okay." He wants the deal to go through. Tommy ain't stupid. Tommy, he not stupid. He gonna make sure the deal goes through. But yes, this interaction right here was funny. And she was like, "I ain't trying to mess with you. You just like everybody else." You know what I mean? Like she is just too smart, for all of that. And she ain't trying to hit a okey doke. Tommy like, "What you mean you don't want to meet me?" Right? Like he was really trying hard to get
And
on that.
everybody was calling him, what was it, Gueto or Guito or whatever. Everybody was calling him the same name. They was literally cursing him out. But I was
Right.
like, what the heck is the word? What are they calling him?
Yeah. Yeah. He definitely was being cursed out. But yeah, we see this right here. DeMarcus mentioned it earlier. He does have diabetes, right? He's a diabetic. That is a weakness because
Right.
let's say he doesn't get, his shots from his sister, you know what I'm saying? Like he could be in a bad situation. And I think we're going to see that coming up where he will be in a bad situation and Tommy's going to come through and definitely help him out. He's going to help him out. Okay. Let's wrap this up. We had 3 bodies, right? 3 bodies. We had the chauffeur guy.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Let's not forget D-Mac figured out the code on the phone.
Right. That was genius as well.
He's a freaking genius. I love D-Mac. Like I love this kid. You know what I mean? Like I love this kid, man. This kid is so smart. Showing Tommy like, "Yo, man, you gotta see what they doing. Like this is the code right here for where they going to put the drop and where they going, put the product. You know what I'm saying?" So he put him back in the game, but he can't do anything but just do it on the couch, right?
Right.
So I thought that was pretty dope, pretty clever. But let's talk about this right here. Let's talk about that, right? So we already talked about the chauffeur dude. We talked about the scientist. Let's talk about Chewie from Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? The traitor, right? He nothing but a traitor, okay? And I knew he was going to be a crack in the wood. I didn't think he was going to be taken out so soon, though.
Right.
I didn't think it was going to happen this soon. But he was down with Diamond. Tanar gave him a better deal.
Team treason.
And he flipped on Diamond. Tommy like, "Yo, we can't have that, man. You know what I'm saying? Our reputation's on the line." So he's like, "Yo, you got a problem? We got a problem, son." Went over there, put his hood on. Boom. It's like, "Yeah, we got a problem." Blam, you're done. It's a wrap, son. Like, what you doing? Chewie, get out of here. You know what I mean? Like, it's a wrap for you, B. Like, Don't mess with Tommy. I think he just underestimated. Everybody underestimate Tommy, B. Everybody is underestimated. They have no idea who he is. And man, they gonna find out. Stacey Adams, the attorney, they gonna find out. So what you think? What you think about that whole thing?
Listen, Tommy came in like the Grim Reaper with that hood on his head. Like, bruh, you say what? You did like Chewie he obviously didn't do his research or his homework on even in Chicago,
Yeah.
they have stories about this ghost Tommy. Like there are stories. He didn't do his research properly to figure
No.
out that Tommy was not the person to be messed with.
Right.
And he turned his lights out. He turned his
Yeah.
lights out. And I was just like, dang, already, Tommy? Like you got two
Already.
in one episode already? So I was here for it though, because Troy was just doing too much. Even when they were, negotiating how much, or not even negotiating, but they were being told how much money they were going to receive, or they were going to have to make, as opposed to what they used to have to make, to
Mm-hmm.
bring in to the team.
Yeah.
And he was just already mouthing off. Shout out to Mike Bless. I don't know if you guys watch any of the Country Wayne skits, but I did see my tall bearded dude up in there, Mike Bless, anyway, also known as Michael Anthony. But anyway, carry on. Yeah, it was time for Chewy's lights to be taken out. I didn't think it would be that quick, but again, if you're gonna
Yeah.
cancel Christmas on somebody, it had to be Chewy.
Yeah. Yeah. Chewy had to go. Like he was a crack in the whip from the beginning. To answer your question, Savannah, is Papa Flynn still sick? It doesn't seem like it. It seems like he's in remission as far as the cancer and stuff like that. Like it seems like it's gone because he's not coughing anymore. He's just trying to get enough money so he doesn't lose his connection with Dublin and all of this and that. And that's what Claudia is going to work on as well, trying to work the dude that's trying to just take over Chicago. He wants to take it away from the Flynns. And that, again, that's a sneak peek. Check it out on my IG. Follow me on IG. But yeah. I agree with all of what everybody's saying here. It's he had to go. He had to go. Chewy had to go, and Tommy is on his way. I think Tommy, and again, let's drop predictions now before we wrap this up. I think Tommy is definitely going to connect with Miguel and that whole Mexican cartel, and I think that's what's going. They're going to be the ones to take over, to take over Chicago for real, to take out the Serbians. It's going to be hard to take out the Serbians and all of that. But yeah, I think that's my prediction. Like he's going to team up with Miguel. He's going to save Miguel one way or another. His sister's not going to be with it. His sisters don't want Tommy to be associated with Miguel or be like wrapped up in that. But Tommy's going to do whatever he has to do. He's going to put business over pleasure anytime, like every time. We ain't going to see that. We ain't going to see Tommy give up the game for no love interest or nothing. So that's my predictions. Definitely drop your predictions below. And would say DeMarcus, he's still in stage one. Probably is, but again, we're not seeing, they're not even talking about it anymore. They're not even saying anything, right? So definitely drop your predictions below. What are your predictions before we wrap this up?
I'll say this. I don't really have any major predictions, but I'll say this. In regards to Walter Flynn, it's only been like a couple of days since they actually unalived Liliana. So we may not get to see him in a bad light. And then another person that we really didn't get to talk to or talk about was Kate. And I think there's something wrong with Kate. I could be absolutely wrong, but when have we known it for Kate to refuse any drugs that Tommy has ever given her? He tells her, "You look tired. You look like you need a little pep," and then he offers her a bag of powder. But I think, I honestly, and I could be wrong, but I think there's something else wrong with Kate. We just haven't touched the surface on it yet. But again, with her looking like just totally drained and doing all that she can for DMAC, I feel like there is something wrong with Kate. But again, I could be totally wrong.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you know what? Yeah, we didn't talk about Kate, and we didn't get too much into her because it wasn't a lot to really get into. But yeah, you might be right. She might be sick. Listen, she's been doing the product. She's been doing the product for a very long time. And while she says she got help, when your body doesn't get it, it kind of like your body kind of like destroys itself in a way because it's not getting, the product that it needs, that it's been used to getting. So she might be sick. She might be in a state of withdrawal. Who knows? Who
Right.
knows what's really going on? You know what I'm saying? So,
Sure.
a lot of good comments. I'm seeing your comments, family. Definitely, this is a good one. Hey, listen, we've been on for a minute, so I appreciate y'all hanging with us. For real, this is good. This is good stuff. Definitely check out my What's Next for episode 2. All right, definitely check that out. The video's out right now. I will definitely want to hear your feedback on, what I got to say about episode 2 of season 2 of Power Book 4-4. So definitely check that out. Definitely hit that like button and drop your comments on that video. I want to know your thoughts on that, your responses on that as well, family. So yeah, fam, it's been a joy as always. I appreciate you guys for stopping through. Listen, this is the first time we doing 2 shows back to back. I mean, we excited about both of them, and we appreciate y'all for rocking with us, of course. Tika Deshawn, what you got going on next? What's going on? What's next up?
I think I'm going to do a live recap on Caught Up. Probably do that tomorrow. Caught Up is a TV show with Jasmine Brown, it's written and produced, directed by Jasmine Brown, also by Tyler Perry. Jasmine Brown is the character also known as Deja on Zatima. So I'm going to do a recap on that. And then I have upcoming, since we're on a All the Queens Men break, I do have more Zatima coming up on my channel, All Things Ruthless. And can I say a real quick shout out to Savannah? I see you out there in these streets. Y'all, Savannah sells paparazzi. Hit her up on Facebook. I do notice you. I do see what you're doing out there. Y'all hit her up for that paparazzi. Some nice jewelry over there. Nobody told me to do this, but I like what you're doing, Savannah. And that's it for me, Jay. What's up with you? I know you stay busy, the man with the multiple everything going on.
Hey, we still covering the Shy, still covering Power Books, right? Look out for the What's Next going on. Definitely make sure you guys, if you haven't done so already, make sure you check out the Grown Man Talk that we did last week. We just dropped it on Sunday. So definitely check that out. Definitely me and my brothers, we had a real great discussion about just, being men in our lives and what it takes, what it takes to live in this life as a man. And the challenges we face and the things that we have to go through. So definitely check that out. That's on the live section. Look in the live section for that. All right, family. And yeah, keep looking out for more recaps, reviews. We got some sneak peeks, but make sure y'all follow me on IG, VayKJ When those sneak peeks come out, that's where I'm dropping them, all right? Because I ain't trying to have them trip over here on YouTube. So check it out on IG. and definitely follow all of us. Follow Tika, All Things Ruthless. Follow all of us on all our platforms. All right, family? Listen, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, Tika Deshawn, always for coming through and rocking with your boy. Salute to you. Thank you for coming to the prom, family. We had fun at the prom.
Okay.
Appreciate you coming through. And yeah, we're going to keep this thing going, fam. I appreciate you all. And until next time, salute. Yeah.